intersection with signal light for the entrance to Frenchman's Creek neighborhood. Crosswalk to head across to the west side of the highway. So here we go into the Frenchman's Creek neighborhood. This was built out as a planned unit development in the early 70s, like 73, 74. And I have about 5 different floor plans, 3 different single-story floor plans, and then 2 two-story floor plans like that one there. And over the years, there's been a lot of customization of these different homes as they change hands and get upgraded. People add their own touches to them. This one coming up here on the left has a brick turret on the front. You see there, and that's basically all clad in brick, so something different. And as we come into the community here on the right-hand side, there's a community park, grassy area, parking space, doggy station, little playground structure. So it's nice to have that right in the neighborhood. Gives you the opportunity to come and sit down, lie on the grass, let the kids play, and just enjoy the space there. And it's taken care of pretty well. And then we're going to roll through the neighborhood. We'll go down some of the side streets and courts that are in the community here. These larger homes, there's 4-bedroom, 3-bath. They're about 2,400 square feet, 2-car garage. You have a 5-bedroom, 3-bath that's about 2,700 square feet, also a 3-car garage. That entry there, that goes on to another private piece of property. It's gated. So we're turning off of Rue Francis onto Terrain Lane, and we'll continue through the neighborhood. The single-story models, like this one here, you have a 2-car garage. There's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath floor plan that's right around 1,800 square feet. There's one that's about a little over 2,000 square feet, and then another one that's at like 2,060. So it's a 4-2 that's about 2,060 square feet. So as you noticed as we're driving through here, there's solar on quite a few of the houses. The horseshoe driveways, also pretty common in the neighborhood. Being it's been built out since the 70s, you have a lot of mature growth in people's yards. A lot of people have went from a concrete driveway to pavers or stamped concrete, something like that. And we're on Marseille. This is a cul-de-sac street, and we're just down here at the end. Coming through, and you have this parking space where that Prius is at. There's some parking notches throughout the neighborhoods, and there's not a lot of street parking. If you're having a party or having an event at your house, then you just negotiate with the neighbors that you need some of those parking spaces to accommodate your guests. The driveways are fairly deep, so you can put 3 or 4 cars in the driveway. Depending on the model of your house and the driveway configuration. It's definitely a little bit breezy today. We're at the end of May. A little bit of clouds in the sky, but definitely the wind's kicking up, blowing the pollen around. And so that's why you see these trees wiggling. As we continue down Terrain Lane, you can see here these 2 houses have upgraded their driveways to pavers. We're going to turn and go down Marceau. This is one of the cul-de-sac streets. It's the smaller of the 2-story homes there on our right. And a lot of solar in the neighborhoods here. So without the sidewalks, people are accustomed to just walking down the street. It's safe. There's not a lot of through traffic coming into the neighborhood because there's only one way in and one way out. Um, this lot, the property here, big lot, a little flag lot there, the house tucked in the back there. One of the bigger, the 5-3, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, one that's original, but looks like it's pretty well maintained. And you'll see some different styles of front yards here as far as a lot of them still have junipers from the 70s. They're now 50 years old. But hanging in there, they're low maintenance, don't have to water them. So there's the upside. It's just some people don't like the look of junipers. This person ripped everything out in the front, put a big fountain, and quite a few of the horseshoe driveways in the neighborhood. That house there has one. You can see the street lights, mailbox clusters out on the curb, or not the curb, but the uh, edge of the property. So we're back out here on terrain, and we'll continue through here. There's 5 different floor plans in this neighborhood. You have a 3-bedroom, headed down into one of the other cul-de-sacs here. But there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's 1790 square feet, 2-car garage. There's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath at 2050 square feet. And then there's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath at 2060 square feet, and that has a 3-car garage. The 4-bedroom, 3-bath is at a little over 2,400 square feet with 3-car garage. And then you have another 2-story, 5-bedroom, 3-bath at a little over 2,700 square feet. That particular house, that's been updated and changed. Doesn't look like the others, but that's nice. Amazon deliveries, UPS, post office, so you get all that. And I was just mentioned junipers. There you go. These little parking cutouts. You may have noticed you don't see any cars on the street. That's by design. So there is parking cutouts in front of different properties. There's one there with a truck parked in it. So if you're having a party at your house and you're going to need some extra space, you can talk to your neighbors and say, hey, can need that space, that space, that space. Most of these driveways are deep enough and wide enough to probably put 4 cars in there, or you can put your cars in the garage and allow 4 guests. And then again, pick up some of the turnout parking spots that are scattered throughout the neighborhood. So terrain's a big horseshoe, and then there's a smaller horseshoe, which is Bordeaux. Avion Place, that's out in the front edge of the neighborhood. And then these little cul-de-sacs that we've been going down. So the consistency of this neighborhood, some people really appreciate that. Back again, these were all built out at the same time in the early 70s, 72, 73, 74. This neighborhood got built out. So you're looking 50, a little over 50 years old for all these. And it's just nice. This house, horseshoe driveway, they've owned that since it was new. This section of terrain on the right-hand side, those all back up to what used to be Rocket Farms Nursery. The nursery buildings are quite a ways away, but there's open fields that they used to grow stuff outdoors at. That one on the left, if you caught a glimpse of it, if not, we're going to see it as we turn back around here. They did a craftsman style look on that. They kicked out an overhang and did the tapered columns. We'll take a spin here and you can get a quick glimpse of it there. This one, they went modern with this. That recently got remodeled. So yeah, just a great place to live. Easy access going north or south with the stoplight. The walking / bicycle trail right out in front of the neighborhood goes north. Go across the street at the stoplight, and you can go continue south on that, or go into Sweetwater um, campgrounds or group site. You reserve that, whether you live here or not. It's a great location. It's gated, so they'll open it to let you in, bring your vehicles in, and there's sites for for campsites for tents. There's picnic tables. There's a bathroom there, big field to play in. The trail runs along the edge of it, the one that goes north south. So you do have some people walking by, but it's, people leave you alone. They respect that you have that site to yourself. So another nice feature of the neighborhood, or just easy access to it. Um, and as we're along here, this is Avignon Place. These houses back up to Highway 1. Those are the trees that are across the street at Sweetwater. So if you don't like road noise, probably don't want to pick this street. But that sound tapers off pretty quick. So as you're in the rest of the neighborhood, you don't hear that. Um, Close to Half Moon Bay, it's just the next stoplight down. So easily to ride your bike down there, hop in the car, run down there, grab some groceries or food. And or head north up to the harbor, plenty of dining, grab some fresh fish, entertainment. There's plenty of options and tons of trails around the coast side to enjoy, whether you're walking, running, riding your bike. There's plenty to do here. So, um, you know, the fact that there's no sidewalks there, that may turn some people off. But it's uh, in general a consistent look of a neighborhood. Um, Not a lot of turnover. In 2016, 24, and 25, only 4 houses turned over. The high point in the last 10 years in 2023, there was 18 houses that sold. And then on average, the rest of that group from like 2017 to 2022 averaged about 10 properties that changed hands. So a lot of long-term folks in here, which makes that neighborhood feel, um, neighborhood feel like a neighborhood. So um, thanks for taking this tour with me. And keep an eye out for more neighborhoods as we keep exploring the coast side and showing you what's available here. Um, we're going to tee into this intersection, and it's going to be Bordeaux. So that's the smaller horseshoe. As we swing to the left, you're going to see a couple houses that have gone with the modern look. As we swing around here, they just recently, probably in the last 2 years, remodeled that one. This one you can see has horizontal fencing, which has been a trend over the last couple of years. Newer garage doors on this one. We've passed a few houses that still have a flat garage door with no windows in it, which was an original style back in the 70s. But for the most part, people have put roll-up doors with some glass, so it just lets more light into the garage space. Some people use those for extra living space, home office, gym, whatever. This is Le Havre, one of our other cul-de-sacs in the neighborhood. Back again, just the consistency of the neighborhood. Places are well maintained. And just let you take a look as we turn around here. The 3-car garages are great as far as the interior of the homes. The single-story ones all have vaulted ceilings. In the living room, family room combo, and then the dining area, it's all vaulted ceiling. So just makes it feel more spacious. And all these houses on the back wall that facing the yard, a lot of glass, so sliding glass doors, lots of windows. In the living room, dining room area, there's upper windows and lower windows, glass doors. So a lot of natural light, which is wonderful. And it just adds to that. Plenty of storage as far as closet space. Bedrooms are decent size. In the 5 bedroom, 3 bath plan, they had what I call a Vegas style bathroom. Originally, it was just a lot of wasted space with a big uh, center kind of island and mirrors and wallpaper and carpet. So there's been some pretty nice remodels of those bathrooms into much more functional kind of modern space with big walk-in showers and tubs and vanities and just to make it that space more usable and even sectioning off some of it to additional walk-in closet. So yeah, natural light. The other thing on depending on the size of the house, um, these lots are all on the larger side. Your average lot size for a neighborhood is usually 5,000 square feet. Um, these, there's a few nuances, variances, but in general, most of the single story houses are 6,500 square feet. There's some 8,000 square foot lots and some 11,000 square foot lots. So that's pretty consistent throughout the neighborhood, which just gives you more front yard space and backyard space. Um, and so yeah, you can entertain out back, or some people hang out front and talk to the neighbors that are strolling by, walking the dogs, and or doing their morning walk or afternoon walk. I've met a lot of great people as I've been in and out of this neighborhood over the years. Everybody's really friendly, and they respect each other by driving slow through the neighborhoods, not driving nuts. You can see a lot of basketball hoops throughout the neighborhood. So there's either adults that like playing basketball, or I know that there's kids in the neighborhood. We went by the park as we came in. Um, but yeah, overall, great place. Easy access to downtown, easy access to trails, right out the front door. And if you have any questions about this neighborhood, something more specific than I've shared, feel free to reach out, and then we'll be going through more neighborhoods as we go north and cover Half Moon Bay, and then we'll go up to Miramar, El Granada, Moss Beach, Montera, and give you a view of what the neighborhoods look like.